On this episode, we try it again.
Wish me good luck. This is attempt number 2 at interviewing Steve.
Yes, good luck. I sure hope you have created a list of cradle to grave questions, a whole bunch of interviews, because if not, there's going to be an attempt number 3.
Okay, we will see how this line of questions go.
I don't think he has it lined up the right way, but we do talk about behind the scenes and editing of the show.
And after that bores you, we will talk about my weekend.
Hey, that's not boring.
Okay, you're right. It's not Elon Musk. So then let's just recap the Packers-Cowboys game and, of course, Steve's wedding anniversary trip.
Yeah, that's right. My wedding anniversary. And then we discussed the true meaning of holograms and find a very cool ghost ship that you can go see or watch the YouTube video and decide for yourself if it's a hologram.
It's a hologram. It's a hologram.
If I find my way home, yeah.
Welcome to What Happened in the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show and, of course, a podcast.
And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And this time, what we noticed is going on in the world today was last week's show went up later than usual.
Yes, it did. 12 hours late.
Yes, because Scott had to re-edit the show a total of how many times before?
5.
Only 5? I thought it was more than that.
Well,
because you did it 3 times in one day.
Right. You said edit the show. I edited it 5 times.
Okay.
I tried to redo it a total of 7 times.
Only 7 renders?
Yes.
Failed? Oh, I thought more than 7 failed.
No, because it took 2 hours to render. And, you know, I had one of the busiest weeks I've had in a long time. I had bus runs Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That's crazy.
It is. At this time of year, it's like, what?
That's good, though, right?
Oh, God, yes. It's cash flow at the end of the season.
Yeah, so that's
come November, and then November, December, January, February, and March are going to suck.
Yeah, and the weather's going to suck, so you don't want to be out driving anyways, right?
Yes, well, that's sort of true. I'll be out plowing snow, theoretically.
Right. Well, will you be? Did you ever get your transmission fixed?
That was the oil pan.
Oh, is that all it was?
Well, sort of, but it took 3 weeks to get it out and put back in, but now we're still got to put the truck back together.
So it's still not back together. So if it's snow,
it is not put back together.
Oh, dude.
Theoretically, it will be done this weekend when he comes back up.
Theoretically. Wow.
Yes, because the hardest part is done.
Yeah, famous last words.
That's what I said. That's what the air quotes were for.
I work with mechanics all the time. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Seriously, my refrigerator doesn't make ice. I've had them out 8 times.
That's right.
I do have to call on that.
No. That's incorrect. It does make ice as long as you use trays and stick it in your thing. The ice maker doesn't make ice.
No, remember, it's too warm in my freezer, remember?
Right. But we both know that if you took an old-fashioned ice cube tray, filled it with water, and stuck it in your freezer, you'd have ice.
Yeah. You would think they could get that figured out. But, all right. So, yeah, I got to call on that still because I've been super busy also with multiple projects to try to get things done. Oh, excuse me. I am tired because
I can relate.
I'm going to switch the 2 subjects here.
Because you can.
I can. I'm just going to move wedding anniversary up because it was my wedding anniversary week.
It was. And I know where you went.
Well, if you went to whathappened.world and you followed me on Instagram or Facebook, you also would know where I went.
That's right.
What I did and what my wife looks like.
Yes, he was pretending he was the band Dada.
No, not at first.
No, once I told you who Dada was, you go, oh, I get it.
Yeah, but not at first. At first, well, that was just a spur of the moment type thing.
Yes.
So, because we left earlier than we thought, we got tickets to go to the Ducks, Anaheim Mighty Ducks, and the Sharks game, hockey game.
Okay.
And because I can get 3 tickets, $29 each, which is cheaper than 1 ticket at a Las Vegas Knights hockey game. So we took our daughter with us, and we drove because it's only a 3.5-hour drive to Anaheim. And we went to Anaheim. There's a place there called Porto's, and it is a bakery cafe,
Right.
and coffee shop. And it's really good. Look it up. Porto's.
And everything comes in a portobello mushroom cap.
No, not even. It's all bakery stuff. It's all really good. Went a little bit off my diet. Had cheese and dairy.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I know. It was awful. But it was really, really good stuff.
No kidding.
The mango cheese Danish and all kinds of fun stuff like that. But they've got an awesome veggie sandwich. I can't think of what it's called. I have to pull it up on the menu.
Is it a Vegemite sandwich?
No. Vegemite sucks. But it's good rye bread. I think they make the rye bread there. Really good, thick rye bread. Veggie patty and artichokes on it. Artichokes.
Yeah, I'd say it would be good. I used to think artichokes were disgusting until I found out that artichoke dip is delicious. Spinach artichoke dip. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, especially when you add a lot of cheese to it. So that was fun. So we went to Porto's. Then we had extra time, and right there in Anaheim. So downtown Disney is, rather close. It doesn't cost to go anything into downtown Disney. It does cost $14 to park, though.
Oh yeah.
But if you buy something, they validate your ticket. So just go find something for $14, and you can just consider that whatever you bought was free.
Right. I like that.
Oh, that's what I should have put up behind me as a background of downtown Disney, because I do have some pictures from that. I wonder if I could pull them up on my phone and you can see them. I did post them on, again, if you go to whathappened.world and you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you would have seen some of these pictures. So let us see. Oh, I didn't post this one, but I should have. We don't know if this was an employee did this or if just some tourist did this. Why is my phone not working? Oh, there.
Oh, it's cute.
That's on the sidewalk. Those are leaves.
Cool.
Somebody made a hidden Mickey in leaves.
As I've been telling people, there are an extraordinary amount of talented people in this world that nobody knows about. I remember that picture.
I got posted. Why is my phone not working well today?
Because you've still got greasy fingers from eating bad food.
I'm trying to get to the black so you can see. That's Donald Duck. That's not a very good one. That was Daisy Duck. Chippendale for Halloween, because Halloween, this is the big Halloween time where they're celebrating Halloween.
It is. We'll talk about that a little later, too.
That's the ornament we bought for our wedding anniversary.
Cool. Look at that. It's so adorable.
Have home focus.
I feel like the girls in the bachelorette party I had.
I want to focus.
Everything was adorable to them when they were looking at pictures and stuff.
My focus isn't focusing, so I'll pull it back here, but you can't see it then. Oh, that sucks. Oh, but it said, love is magical. And then,
ta-da! 2019 Halloweeny.
Legoland. Those were cool. Candy apples and stuff like that. So, marshmallow treats.
And they were probably only $8.
I don't know. We didn't buy those. Cool mugs,
So you could have bought 2 of those and gotten your thing stamped.
Yeah, I could have, but we bought the ornament instead because it was our anniversary. I don't know which way to move. There we go. Hey, World of Disney. More of that stuff.
Isn't that cool, folks? You're getting a screen. What do they call it? A slideshow.
Slideshow of a screen show.
Old fashioned.
Yeah. Yes. That's old fashioned. Instead of just putting it up there and sharing the screen and actually downloading, which I should have done, that would have been better. So from Disney, we went over to the Honda Center and watch the Sharks get their butt beat because they are terrible this year so far. And there was a fight in this game. And this fight, best fights. No, they don't fight that much anymore. But this was one of the best fights. I mean, these guys were doing haymakers. I mean, they were very, very large, very big swings. And it was very, very cool. So it was a very, very, very great game. Then we drove home. And the interesting about driving home was, I don't know if anybody knows about the road from L.A. to Las Vegas, but
it's L.A. to Key Largo.
No, it's a 4-lane highway. And once you get past Prim, well, even, there's a few towns, and then it's just empty between there. So
Yes.
once you get out of California, you go over to Passes, which there's nothing at the Passes. Then you've got not Baker, Barstow, and then you've got Baker. And then Baker, then Prim, then Gene, which is 2 casinos and a prison, and then Vegas. Well, we come up, and all of a sudden everybody's stopping and putting on their brakes. I'm like, what the heck? It's 70 miles an hour. Why is everybody stopping? It's a bunch of high-performance cars, and they slow down to like 30 miles an hour, and then they floor it, and they go up to about 100, 110.
Right. They need the traffic to clear in front of them so they can do that.
Yeah, and then they slow down. So you'd see them take off, and they disappear, and then next thing you know, you're doing 70 miles an hour, and you catch up to them again.
Right.
So they kept doing this for the last, it's only about a half hour between Prim and the first exit. They did it all the way back into Vegas. No, unfortunately, there were no cops to pull them over, but yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the crash. I was waiting for somebody to lose control of the car and do that. So that's how I spent my wedding anniversary. 23 years. 23.
Ooh.
25 is coming up. So that was that. And then,
hey, I got a great idea.
But what?
Since we're already talking about you, how about if I get into my interview of you?
No, we'll do the Packers Cowboys game, and then we can go to the interview of me.
Okay.
Because you're going to try it again. But yeah, did you watch the Packers Cowboys game or hear anything about it?
I did not watch it, but I did hear about it.
One of the most interesting games where I've seen. The NFL was the NFL, right? It wasn't the NHL. The NFL referees are going to go on strike, but they didn't.
Okay.
They got a contract signed. It was a terrible game all around. The Packers defense, sorry, Packers fans, was good and then bad. Aaron Rodgers was awesome and then bad. The Cowboys were just terrible.
Yes.
Dak Prescott had like 3 interceptions. And,
yes. And 2 of them turned into points. So.
And yeah, it was awful, awful, awful. The referees were awful. Jason Garrett, who is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, got into it with one of the side judges. There was a pass interference, and the side judge goes, well, if you don't like the call, you have the challenge flag. Go ahead and throw it. So he went ahead and he threw it. Then later on, there was a catch where the guy caught it. It was clearly in. They called him out of bounds. So he takes the flag and he whips it down in front of the guy. So the guy takes out his yellow flag and whips that in front of Jason Garrett, calls him a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. So they get the first down, but then they get a 15-yard penalty. So now it's 1st and 25.
Right.
So at the end of the day, the Packers did win, and the Cowboys sucked. But everybody was there too. That was like a big game for the Cowboys because they announced that there's going to be a huge center there for veterans, or was it veterans or something? I don't know. But George Bush was there, Ellen DeGeneres was there, Rupert Maddox was there. It was all kinds of these big stars and high-powered people, but Cowboys still suck. So all you Cowboys fans,
like
right in down there, go, Steve, you suck. It was just a weird game. If you want to see a lot of weird things happen in the game, interception, weird plays. There was a turnover where they hiked the football into the running back who was running across, and it just hit him in the side and fell to the ground, and the Packers recovered it. But fortunately, one of the linemen had a false start, so the play was blown dead before they even got the football. Interceptions called back. It was just weird.
There's a reason why there's 2 reasons why I don't watch sports on TV.
Because you don't understand the rules.
No, because I miss playing. It drives me crazy. I realize I'm way too old to be playing, but I miss it tremendously.
We would get broken in half.
Oh, God, yes.
I
would probably never walk again if I did.
Yeah, one of those guys would hit us, and that would be it. Our bones would just shatter.
Yes. Look at intellectually, I understand this, okay? Emotionally, I still have trouble watching the game.
No, I have no problem watching the game knowing that I could not be out there. But I love the mental lapses that these guys go through. Oh, I'm losing oxygen. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to go to Scott's favorite part of the show. Oh, unfortunately, we are out of time again.
All right. On behalf of WHTTWT, I am going to interview Steve, and we're going to ask the hard-hitting questions that are going to be hard for him to even think about responding to.
So we're going to try this again.
Yes.
Scott is going to try and pry out of me some information about me, so you guys know more about me.
And we're going to get the true dirt. I mean, the kind of stuff that people really want to know.
Okay. I'm now curious, actually. Go ahead.
Where were and how old were you when you lost your virginity?
I plead the well.
It was so long ago, he cannot remember, folks. Senility has taken effect.
Yeah, my kids watch the show, so.
Yeah,
I was married.
Yes, yeah. Married for 6 years before I lost my virginity. There we go.
I was married when I lost my virginity.
So
I was a virgin until I got married. I was saving myself.
All right. The whole reason I brought this up was because
in a car.
We're going to become famous, and all these people who talk filthy are famous. So I thought I'd try something on the naughty side.
Yes. Well.
All right.
Then you can volunteer
back to the first real question. Real question. Okay. Where did you learn to play golf?
Where did I learn to play golf?
Yes.
In Chicago.
And when?
In Chicago. I don't remember how young I was. My uncle worked for a company called Northwest Golf Club Company, which was in Chicago.
Right.
This is the back in the day of wooden woods.
Yes.
Not metal. There was no metal woods at that time, and irons. And it was right about the time that Ping came out with their first Ping putter.
Okay.
And the reason I know that is because Northwestern had a version or a style of that putter, which I still have. And my uncle made my first set of golf clubs for me at their factory. But he actually x-rayed all of the heads to make sure there were no flaws with the wood and everything. He hand finished all my woods. And that I had those for a long time. As a matter of fact, I still have the putter. But I don't know what year that was. But that is actually when I started golfing, when I got those.
It was before 1979. I know that.
So, yeah. So when did Ping, P-U-T-T.
Because for those of you who have paid attention to our show in the past, Steve is the first one to take me golfing besides putt-putt golf.
Okay, so so this is no good. So Ping came up there, his garage in 1959. But it doesn't say when he brought out that Ping putter.
So I was assuming you were already in high school.
No, I was younger, but I got to, shoot. Yeah, it says, see, it was 59, and I don't know when. So it would have to be before I moved to Columbus, Ohio. So it would have to be the early 70s.
Okay.
So the early 70s. And
you were in freaking grade school.
Yeah. And I used to go around, and my dad would drop me off at Hillside Golf Club. Hillside Golf Club. Hillside Golf Club.
Because I know there's one that you always bragged about, but I never got to play there.
Oh, Dubs. What? Hang on. Sadie, come here. Come on. Come here.
Come on, Sadie. Come on up here. We're going to talk about you later.
Come here. So Sadie's been a bad girl. So one of the other things we did when we left the dogs, for the weekend. We put up a barricade. We thought we'd keep them in the kitchen. They jumped over. Well, Nala we knew could jump over it, but we didn't think Sadie could. But apparently Nala jumped over, and Sadie goes, "Well, I'm going to join too." Yep. And she ate, tying into golf, she ate 2 boxes of golf balls. She ate the boxes, not the golf balls.
Right. Yeah, so, you can chew on a golf ball all you want. Unless you're a gator, that thing's not coming apart.
But yeah, so it was terrible. So the golf club in Hillside was called Fresh Meadows Golf Club. And they would drop me off in the morning at sunrise, and I would walk the course, and I would just keep playing till sunset, and they'd come pick me up, and that's what I did on the weekends. So that was fun. But the one Dubs Dread, and I think Dubs Dread was one of the Tiger Woods
because we played at the one in Itasca, didn't we?
Yeah, we played in one in Itasca.
Is it Medina or something like that?
But Cog Hill is in
Cog
Lamont,
Hill.
Illinois.
That's the one that you always bragged about.
Yeah, and that's where Dub's Dread is. It
Okay.
is published in one of America's 100 greatest golf club courses or whatever. You can go online and you can tour the club, but it's got like 110 bunkers on it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So that is a beautiful course, beautiful, plenty of water, lots of tournaments there. BMW Championships, Western Open Championship, U.S. Amateurs are played there. Just absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous golf course. Just for grins, let me see if I can click on a tee time and see what they're charging for a round of golf.
Oh, it's probably not cheap.
10-6. Well, I'll have to go to a future date. Let's go Saturday the 12th. Anytime. Players 1, search. Let's see what it says. Oh, that's not bad. Wait, that makes no sense. All right. So $149. Oh, that's Dub's Dread. Okay, so yeah, Dub's Dread is $149.
Okay.
That's course 4. The other courses are only $48 or $53, depending on which course you're playing.
Plus carts.
Yeah. Oh, no, cart fees. Dub's Dread includes the cart.
Okay.
The other ones are $48 plus $17, so that's $60.
Not bad.
Not bad. Number 2, the Ravines, is $60. $70 for number 1. And number 3.
Really? You got to pay $70 to go number 1 on the course?
Yep. And
how much you pay to go number 2 on the course?
And number 3 is $59.
Okay.
So that's the rough prices of the courses there. But yeah, so that's all the places that I golfed. And then, we golfed the one in Addison. There's a small course and stuff like that. But yeah,
right.
But yeah, that's when I started golfing, and I was okay. But like everyone else, I was young. I could hit the ball really far.
Yep.
Now I'm old and I can't hit the ball really far, so now I've got to try and be more accurate.
Yeah, I noticed that I'm no longer blowing 300, but I'm still pushing 250, so I'm not too upset.
Yeah, that's still good. 250 is good. I'm just getting back to that range.
All right, next question. What was the scariest thing you've ever done?
Scariest thing I've ever done?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Like jump out of a perfect good airplane or...
Have not done that. Hang gliding, no. Shooting fireworks, no.
Yeah.
Scuba diving.
Some people would consider that scary. Some people would consider both of those scary, but neither one of us find that scary.
Wreck diving, no.
I remember when you did crazy stuff with that three-wheeling ATV. That was
it was the scariest fun. I never really did anything scary. I mean, some things turned out dangerous. Racing superbike motorcycles, crashing a superbike motorcycle. That was scary when I busted up my ribs. That was scary.
Okay. And then what's the smartest thing you've ever done?
Marry my wife.
Smart answer. I figured you were going to go right there.
Did you?
Yes.
No. Yeah, I got lucky there.
You betcha.
So,
and of course,
I know everybody says that someone settles in the deal.
I'm pretty sure I know what the answer to this next question is also. And what are you most proud of?
My family. The fact that my family I consider to be normal. I mean, every family's got their own weird idiosyncrasies.
That is correct.
But the fact that we survive, we're healthy.
Everyone is like, wait a minute, how can your family be normal if you're weird?
That's why I'm proud of that. The fact that they were able to turn out normal, having someone like me as an influence. My kids are both contributing members, going to college and working, paying their own way. People like them. People, it's not just me being the proud parent.
Right.
People come up to us and tell us how good our kids are. So,
which is always cool.
Always a plus.
My mom and dad were so proud because that's what people would say when we went out to restaurants and stuff. She says, "We can't believe your children are so well behaved." It's like, well, if we weren't, we would have gotten a smack across the ass with a belt. In those days, you were actually punished when you were wrong.
Well, the thing we used to do was, let's say we were at the store. We've left many of grocery carts in stores.
Yes.
If we were shopping and the kids started acting up, we left the cart and we left the store. I mean, it was never food shopping. Food shopping we didn't do, but if it was like at a Target or a Venture or whatever, a Walmart or whatever.
Yeah, I remember Venture. They're not around anymore.
Yeah, we'd say, nope, that's it. You're done. Let's go. We're out of here. No, I want that. Nope, we're gone. Okay. I mean, a different time too, though. I mean,
because I knew that I was going to be pushing on these really fast. I came up with a good list. So here's another one. Who is your hall pass celebrity?
I don't have one. I don't get one.
Okay.
So here's the deal. No, well, there's a reason behind that. Because of the fact that Peggy honestly believes that I am so outgoing that if I ever met my hall pass celebrity, that I would talk them into it.
Yeah.
So she's not taking the chance that they would
She's
say
a
yes.
Smart woman, right?
That they would say yes. That they would say yes. Hers is John Travolta.
There you go. Well, can't blame her.
But I would date Kelly Preston.
Okay.
Hey, here she is again. Hey, what are you doing over there? Come here.
Hi, naughty girl.
She knows she's in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, dog. Animals know when they're in trouble. They act. They're like, you look at them and they're like, well, okay, I'm out of here. Because she peed and pooped on the carpet.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. So.
All right. I only have 2 more questions, and we're going to get to them this time.
Well, we have time, but go ahead. But you really didn't interview. You really didn't interview me, but go ahead.
If you could take 3 things with you to a deserted island for a month, what would they be?
I'm only on a deserted island for a month?
Yes.
So I'm getting rescued?
Yes.
So I'm not bringing a boat?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily. You could bring a ski boat so you go skiing.
Go skiing. If I was on a deserted island, I would bring all my friends because I love to party. Well, okay. So there again is why, and I think we've talked about this story, is why my birthday is all month.
Yes.
So I'll tell that story again in a second. But I'd bring all my friends so we could have a good time and enjoy, because I enjoy being around people. I would bring, what else would I bring?
Enough food and beverages for all those people.
Well, yeah, I would bring a fully catered. I mean, I would turn the island into a all-inclusive.
Right.
For the most part. Right. It would be a cruise ship. I've always told everyone that if I ever won the lottery and everything, that we'd all go on a cruise.
There you go.
I'd get a cruise ship, and I would invite all the people that I like and want to be around on the cruise ship.
I want the good one. I want the transcontinental one that takes you to Australia.
So yeah. So since I'm only there for a month, that's it. But otherwise, the right answer is a working boat, a radio. Right? If you're going to be stranded on a desert,
yes.
What would you bring? And a genie lamp with 3 wishes.
There you go. All right. And my last question.
Wait. But we got to go back to why my birthday became the whole month.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
So growing up in the Midwest, there's not a lot of time to go out and have parties outside, go to picnics and go to the beach and go to Lake Geneva or.
Well, that's not necessarily true. You can do it year round. Just most people don't, because it's really not that comfortable in the wintertime here.
It's not that comfortable in the wintertime. You can't get a group of 30 people to get together and say, "Hey, let's go sit on the edge of the lake in the middle of winter."
Sure, we'll play swimsuit volleyball at 20 below zero. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they won't do it or go ice fishing, or not all of them wanted to. So I had a group of friends that hung around. I think the minimum was 26, but our maximum we'd go to like 36, 40. And we'd hang around. Like we'd all go out and after work or after school, we'd go to like the Denny's, and they'd see us pulling in. They're like, "Oh my God, young kids, they hate us." But we always, we'd go for ice cream, and we'd always tip well. We wouldn't leave a mess. We weren't, throwing stuff around and, dumping the food all over and being rowdy and all that. And we tip well. So they're like, "Oh, okay, it's okay. You guys come back." But we got known as partiers, even though we weren't partiers. Well, one of the reasons we got known as partiers is I had a Suzuki Samurai at the time.
I remember that.
If you fold the seat forward, you could put a 96-quart cooler in the back. Now, that's one of those giant coolers. If you stack it right, you can get 102 bottles of beer in the cooler.
102 bottles of beer in the wall.
Exactly. Then we would take I'd go to my buddy's restaurant, and we'd use the ice machine. I'd fill it with ice, and they'd do that the night before. So all day long, the beer's sitting on ice. Then after work, we'd go to the demolition derby. So I would bring the beer in the cooler, and then they'd stop off at Kentucky Fried Chicken, and they'd bring in chicken.
Not just Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It's not the only thing you guys did.
What did we do?
White Castles.
No, not for the demolition derbies.
Oh, that's right. You did say, never mind.
Yeah, for demolition derbies, it was just Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I know you were a big White Castle guy.
Yeah, White Castle and Home Run Pizza. So, but we would, we'd bring that all in there. So everybody's like, oh yeah, you guys are partying, you should go get drunk. So, no, we didn't get drunk. I mean, we drank, but then we'd sober up by the time we did that before we went in. Then we'd go in there and have a good time at Demolition Derby, and then we'd go home. But we were partiers. So one night, one of the times Kevin from work was going, and he goes, oh yeah, we're going to celebrate Steve's birthday. And they went, oh, that's nice. And Kevin went, hey, we're not partiers. They're not like, hey, you guys going to party again? Where are you going to go drinking this weekend? It was, oh, that's nice. So next weekend, they said the same thing. What are you doing? Says, oh, well, we didn't finish celebrating Steve's birthday, and now we can make it, so we're going to celebrate Steve's birthday again. Oh, you're going to do that again? Oh, that's so nice. So the running joke became through all the month of August, instead of us going to White Castles and then going off to a park somewhere and get a bunch of White Castles crave cases and that, or going to Home Run Pizza and buying like 30 pizzas and taking those out to the park. And
they loved it when you did that too.
They did. But and you always call it ahead too.
Yes.
But yeah, we weren't known as partiers anymore, so that became the joke. That's Happy Birth Month. So a lot of my friends would cross out day on the card and put month in there. And as a matter of fact, to this day, I still get some cards that actually say that.
Cool beans.
So that's why my birthday is all month.
All right. Now, for that, our last question for you for this show. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you could spend 1 hour talking about anything with one person, who would that be, and what would you talk about?
1 hour recorded, or just for my benefit?
Just for your benefit.
Just for my benefit?
Yes.
That's a good question. 1 hour. 1 hour, one person. For my benefit.
Yes. And for all practical purposes, it's mostly about one subject. I mean, granted, like our shows, it meanders a little bit. But.
Well, that's a little bit? I am so off the leash, it's not even funny. One person, 1 hour.
While you're thinking,
I've always wanted to be hypnotized, and I've yet to be hypnotized. So that bums me out. A living or dead?
Correct.
Man, I would like to talk to people who've made a lot of money and their attitude, but people who are good and made money, not people who are lucky and made money. Like there's some people that I consider lucky, right? They just have to be right place, right time, like Bill Gates.
Yes.
I don't think that he's any smarter than you. I just think that he was, pretty much a average programmer.
Yes.
And IBM wanted to spin off this software that they didn't want to deal with. God loved IBM. IBM went and worked for all those things that they made and then sold off for other people to make money off.
Correct.
And Windows was one of them.
Yep.
And gave it to Bill Gates and let him run it off, and he did that. So I don't know. I really don't know who that one person. I've never thought about there's one person I could talk to that would help me out or change my life or do anything. I mean, the old story or the old adage, if you could go back in time and know what you know now, would you do it? Change anything? And my answer is always yes. But you wouldn't be where you are. You wouldn't know the people you know now. I go, yeah, but I know me, and I know what I did, and I know what I did wrong.
Yes.
And I would correct it. Maybe it would change the things that I have, but I would still do it. I would still do the butterfly effect, and I would screw up the future.
You would.
So hopefully it wouldn't be some kind of terrible thing where my changing it destroys the future.
Yes, that would be really bad, wouldn't it?
Because you ever notice in all those movies, whenever they change something from the past,
the whole world comes crashing in.
Yeah, the future becomes apocalyptic.
Yes.
Apocalyptic, yeah. Becomes apocalyptic and everybody's destroyed. So I would hope the thing that I would change wouldn't be, but yeah, I mean, would you change anything? Yeah, there are things I would change, but I don't know who that one person would be. I mean, because I got to talk to a lot of people.
Yes.
I mean, people don't know this, but I got to talk to Jimmy Carter. I got to talk to Bill Clinton. Who else did I talk to? I didn't get to talk to George Bush. I got to shoot fireworks for his inauguration, senior, but I didn't get to talk to him. Didn't actually get to meet him. Didn't get to get that close to him. What other president? There were 3 presidents. There was Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, and there was another one. But my mother was very involved in politics. So you know how those $1,000 plate things that you go to? We worked those, so we didn't have to pay the $1,000 or the $10,000.
Still got to rub elbows.
But still got to go meet them and talk to them and that because we were part of helping getting them elected. So kind of cool stuff. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good. I have no idea. What do you think about that? How's that for an answer?
I was curious if you'd be able to come up with something. That's why I didn't let you see the list. I wanted you no planning on this. I wanted to see what you'd say.
So that's a good interview. I don't think anybody knows anything more about me though, about how I grew up, where I grew up, the things that I did. Where everybody goes, "Well, you've done everything." I've not done everything, but I do have a philosophy in life. And we've talked about my philosophy.
Wait. Steve, what is your philosophy of life?
My philosophy in life is that of Second City. Yes, and. If it's not illegal, immoral, and you don't go into it knowing that bodily harm is involved, then let's do it.
You betcha.
Yes, let's do it.
That is a positive attitude, just like our show is positive.
People have been hurt in the things that I do.
Yeah.
Me and some other people.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. Yeah, so yes and. So exactly. with that positive answer, I guess we should go into our positivity message. But yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd ask me more about maybe my childhood or.
Well, we're gonna do one more time because you said it was going to be 3 shows. Remember?
At
so
least.
I planned on. I did some specific questions. Just
so this interview is to be continued.
Yes, one more time.
Well, that's very positive.
Maybe one more time.
Okay, well that's very positive. All right, so Funguy the Entertainer, what is our genuine positivity message for this episode?
Whether you're a cat person, dog person, or any kind of pet person, you are part of one of the largest groups on the planet. Animal lovers have learned the joys of sharing their lives with other species and in turn reap huge emotional and healthful rewards. So if you have the desire and of course the ability to live with a pet, reap those rewards with the happiness that life sharing can bring you.
Very good. Yeah, it is cool. Like I said, I enjoyed the 2 pets. We used to raise service dogs when I was younger. So that was always cool because we knew that the animals would be going to someone that would take care that the animal would take care of that person.
Correct.
So that was always cool. So that didn't work. There we go. I'm adjusting my Nest thermostat.
Steve is multitasking.
I adjusted my Nest thermostat in my studio.
Were you getting warm?
So are those cowbells behind you? Bluebells?
No, those are the trumpet angel plant that I talk about every year.
Trumpet angel bells.
Gigantic flowers. I mean, these things are huge. Now, I'm taking another picture for next week because this was before they opened. They opened today, but I wasn't going to. I had to use the first picture from 4 days ago. That's 4 days ago. And on next week's show, I'll have today. So 4 days later, and just wait to see how big they are.
Yeah, you know that's native to the eastern United States.
Yes.
You did know that was native to
It is not native here. It does not grow in our climate.
Yeah, native to the eastern United States. Naturalized in part of the western United States as well as Ontario, parts of Europe, and scattered locations of Latin America.
It is also part of the nightshade family, so it is poisonous to certain pets.
Oh. Yeah, you have to put your hand up there so we can see how big they are in comparison, because right now it looks like they're as big as your head.
Yeah, see? They're as big as my hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And my hand is as big as my head.
Those flowers are at least 12 inches long.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I mean, take a look at the shed behind it. You know how that's a 2x8 up there.
Oh, I thought that was a dollhouse.
No, that is the shed in my backyard. Cool. That is a 2x8. And is bigger than the 2x8.
Cool.
And it's not even fully open. I mean, that first one is just about fully open, but they get just a little bit bigger than that. You just see in next week's show. So next week you have to show up and see it again.
Okay. So two last subjects. Do we want to do both of them? Considering we're at like 38 minutes, or what do you want to do?
Holy cow. Well, yes, shoot, we can't, you got to just do it.
We can skip golf.
Okay.
I'm going to skip golf. I'm going to remove the golf subject.
All right.
Add that to the following show. So
because what happens in just 2.5 more weeks, folks? Halloween.
Which I was at Disney, and they had the Halloween, all the decorations up, which is what I should have put up. So I'll use those decorations for my background in the next pictures.
Perfect. Well, folks, just in time for Halloween, there is a holographic ghost ship on display in the Philadelphia River.
The Ripper?
The River.
I like the music that they put behind it for this video. I don't know if they recorded it, what's going on there, but it's not really holographic. So what they did is, can you call it a holographic? What they did was they spray water up, right? And then they project onto the water. So it's more of a water projection screen. I don't think that's really a hologram.
If you think about it, what's a hologram? Usually it's multiple cameras from different angles.
What is a hologram?
Right. It's light onto some.
So let's look at the definition. Is what is a HOLO?
So
holograms are actually 3D, right?
Correct. See, Star Trek sort of screwed up with the holodeck. This
isn't really 3D. See, because it's a three-dimensional image formed by interface of light beams from laser or other coherent light sources.
Correct.
So it doesn't look 3D. So let's let the viewers decide. So for those of you on the podcast, go over to What Happened to the World Today on YouTube. Go to the end of the show and watch this while I go ahead, optimize for full screen video clip. I don't know what that means. I'm going to check that.
Let's see what happens.
It's probably going to screw everything up. But there it is. Can you see that?
There she blows.
Okay. So I like that.
Now, I'm thinking this may actually be a hologram because I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 different, 5 different, 6 different projectors.
That's a car driving behind it. The bus looks more 3D than the boat. But it's kind of cool. But it looks flat. Cool. There you go. There's the credit for that person. So
perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to say that's 3D.
I'm going to say it's not. I'm going to say it's a projection.
Cameras,
I'm going to say it's a projection on a water screen.
There you go.
So we can agree to disagree on that.
No, just admit I'm right for a change. Damn it.
Raise your right hand. Nope, see, you won't be right. No, too late. I was going to have you raise your right hand. You're going to be right, but you wouldn't do it. So you want to be right. I gave you the opportunity to be right, and you didn't take it.
Well, that's because I'm always right, so it doesn't matter.
So our phrase origin story is hologram.
No.
What is the definition of a hologram? A hologram is a 3D image, not an image projected on water.
No. Our actual phrase origin story is a full court press, which is what Steve's trying to do to me to make me get this wrong.
A full court press
is a big effort to achieve something. A vigorous attack, i.e. what Steve does to me to try to disrail my shows.
I vigorously attack you?
Yes! You're evil!
Well, it is Halloween.
It is. This expression comes from a basketball tactic in which the defense experts pressure on their opponents along the full length of the court, trying to interfere with their dribbling and passing in order to get back the ball. Here's the cool thing, because you mentioned this person earlier. It began to be used figuratively in the late 1970s, particularly in politics. During the Persian Gulf War, George H.W. Bush administration used it to signify a major offensive.
Yep. So if you think about it, it's another one of those literal terms.
Correct.
They use the full court to pressure.
That's correct.
The other team.
Yep.
As opposed to like you run down and then you run back to your side and wait till them come to your side. You use the full court to do that. So when you're doing that in work, you have everybody working all the way, every possible option you can.
Correct.
You're pushing on working it to get something done. So this show, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. This show has become a full court press last week when Scott was trying to edit.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. That was a serious amount of work.
So every opportunity Scott had to re-edit or call me and go, what did I do? I said, divide the show in half. See if it'll render half
That
the
just
show.
made it worse, which I don't understand.
Yeah, so I just think your hard drive isn't big enough now that we're doing 45-minute shows.
Yeah.
So with the fact that we've done another 45-minute show, I just want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
And please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Go to whathappened.world. And then you can write some questions that Scott can ask me during the interview if you'd like. Just go in the contact us section and send a message to him.
and because these kids watch the show, keep it clean.
Well, I won't answer anything like illegal,
All right.
immoral.
Yeah, we'll ask the question, and Steve will go to, I plead the fifth.
Illegal, immoral, or somebody is going
harm to someone else.
to get hurt or harmed in the answering of that question. So you already know what I will or will not answer.
That's correct.
So I want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Crazy. Hey, but you still amaze me.